Okay, great. So I'm going to use this particular section to just illustrate how we can just implement our own tiling grid system with responsiveness in Bootstrap. So see what I'll do. I'll pick these two. So let me just pick. Let me pick a rectangle too. I'll make sure the fill. Come on. Now this is the entire div that I'm working on. Don't worry. This is the entire background I'm working on. Okay, good. Sorry, I'm just trying. I want to just use this pencil to illustrate this. Okay, good. Okay, you guys can see what I just drew on the page, right? Can you see what I drew on the page?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is my entire
Yes.
div. So I want to partition it into two. Yeah, so I'll come back here, I'll pick this guy. I'll be changing the color of the div in between. So I have first this part. Then I have second another part, which is this other part for the images. Yeah. Now within inside the first one now, which is this, I have this. I have this. Then I have this. I'm just trying to see if I can use colors to differentiate them. Then I have this. So if you observe, but to my left, I already have 1, 2, 3, and 4 rows. Yeah, but in between, I have a margin. Let me now draw the margin. I have this margin or padding depending on what you want to use here, and I have this margin of padding here. So this is what I'll work. Once I understand this part, that is what I'm going to be using to write my HTML. Is that clear? Exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, it is.
Now, so I'll go back to my code and just
Okay.
use this. I'll use this to write it. So once I go to my code now, I already have that. So for my first page, I have this. Now I can even choose to in here, yeah, in this first column here that I have six. I can choose to want to partition this. In the future, probably I want to do more responsive things in here. I can come here and do row. I just cut this now. In this role, I can now come and do, I want this guy to always be the full length or the full width. So I'll do MB and I'll make it 12 and I'll paste it here. Yeah. So let me go and pick my text color so that I can have a text color of the blue that I want. So let me just do test primary. I'll do test primary. I'm just using the default colors in. And remember, it looks like it's a bit bold. You can see I have this now. It's a bit bold, so I can come. I want to try as much as possible to just use only bootstrap style. Then I can go further and start styling. Let me just apply. Let me just write something here. So if this is, I can do two ways. I can come here and do this. Since I just want it upwardly bold, so I'll refresh. Now this is bold. But remember, from what I tried to sketch out, and I'll advise that anytime you have a design, just take a pen, yeah, and sketch out that section by section, just the way I've done it here. Yeah, just sketch it out. Not just sketching out doesn't mean you are designing. You just partition them. Yeah. Now that I've partitioned them this way, and I know I need for this particular part now. I mean, this up here, I need a padding or margin, depending on what you choose to use. You try one, if it doesn't fit in, you try the other. So because it's top here, and I want it to affect everything, I'll just put it here. I can come here and do padding top too. Remember, I also have padding bottom. I'll do two. Then I'll refresh the page. You can see it comes down. But I can ask, is this as much as I want? No. So I'm going to increase it to say four. Then I'll refresh the page again. Cool. I like it this way. Yeah. So now that I have that, now for every code you write, try to test the responsiveness. So I'll test my responsiveness. You can see by default, everything just aligned. It brought the next one on the next. So let's keep going. I've written this guy. I'll go to my sketch back and see. So I have the bigger one. Trust and quality are our ethos. So this should be like an H5. Watch. I'll come here I'll do another column. Div, I'll do class. This is going to be 12 also for that particular row. MD 12. I'll make this H4. But look at what happened in the design. Here's the design. Trust and quality. So I just type, and they're both the same. H4, I'll come here, I'll do trust and quality. Now, if you put a break line here, it just work. I'll come back to the design, our ethos. I'll come and refresh. You see what I have, but compared to my design, it's not big enough. So let's make it big. So let me first increase this to say 2. It's still not big enough. If I come to my design, there is a bit of space between about us and trust and quality. So I'll just go back to the code. And remember, about us, it's capital letter. So you can even do test capitalized. I don't know if this is going to, if that is correct. Oh, that is wrong. There is a class called capitalized in. So let me just write it in full. So I need to give it a small margin between them, so I can come here. I'll just do margin top. Make this one 1. Let me see what happens. Okay, good. So I need to still increase this font size. Now remember, the text I'm using there is different, so I can come here to put. I want to put another class and do it. Whatever I'm calling this, custom font width. Say, we can write it this way. Or I'm trying to give this guy a name. So I can just come and do like I've been doing here. About us. I'll give this guy. So I have home about us. I can do H2. I can go copy this guy. I think I've linked the CSS up here. I'll delete everything here. I cannot do my font weight. Depending on what I want, if I do bolder, please, anytime you write in any line, refresh your page and see if that line is reflecting on what you have done. So I do like I want to check. That is my. I want to be sure that okay, it's inside. I want to do font size. Let me make it 300. I'll make it 9. Yeah. Remember, I'll check. I want to be sure. No, I'm not sure that guy is reflecting, so I'll have to go back and check. Index. This is CSS. This is main.css. This is this guy. Yeah. So let me do something ridiculous. I just want to make sure that is reflecting first. You can see it's in no way reflecting. So I'm going to check if I bring patch and say my responsiveness just frozen. So I'm just going to do page view. I want to ensure that that CSS style is brought in. Yep. Okay, the CSS style is there. Okay. It's coming. Let me make this important and see what happens. So I'm having issue with my CSS. So let's debug. I want to see what the issue is. So let me come back here. I'll just do body and I'll give my body a background. I'll give my body a background of text. I want to see if that is going to reflect. Oh, sure. It did reflect in my body. So let me see why I'm having an issue with this guy. So it's basically going to be where I placed. So see my problem, yeah? See what my problem is, people. Now, this tie that I placed here, it's supposed to be here. Because this is what I want to start with that. And that is why it's not reflecting. If I refresh now, yeah, I'm fine. So I'll go back and remove the background. I'll go back and remove this guy. Then I'll do this. You can see how big this is now. So my style is reflecting. I'll make it 4. Now the other part is, yeah, cool. I think it's coming close to what I want. Let me check my design. See, but the font family is different. So I need to now take care of the font family. Let me make this guy 3. Okay, good. So I'll leave this like this. I'll go to the next. So I have this other part now that I need to take care of. If you observe that even here, I'm supposed to partition this into 2, which is this guy and this guy. So let me do the 2. I'll come. I'll come down now. Remember, I'll just do my column and I want it to be 12. I'll give this guy small margin up. So in this 12, I have 2p. Calculate p. I'll just type wherever I need to type in. Let me go copy some Lauren Ibsen. I'll do Lauren. So I just copied this guy. I'll paste it here. Then I'll duplicate this guy. Let me just refresh my page. Please, yeah. Anytime you write any code, no matter the correction, no matter what you've written on your page, go back and refresh. Always do that. Always refresh. Always refresh to ensure that the last stuff you wrote didn't mess up anything. Now, let's go to the design. In my design, the first one is a little bit bolder than the second one. So what I'll just do now is I'll leave it this way. I'll just bold this one. I can either come and add a class depending on your approach. I can add the class, then go and add a font weight to that class. But I'll just do this here. I'll just do bold. Then please always close it. I'll do bold. Please refresh. No matter how tiny the correction is, you can see what I have now. Now let's try and see my responsiveness. If I'm still on point, you can see that by default, yeah, everything just flows in. Let me choose another phone. I choose an iPhone now. I choose an iPhone X, yeah. Let me choose an iPad. See, an iPad Pro. Let me pick Surface. Yeah, so if I try to use the breakpoints, you can see, so my grid system by default just flows in. Mic check. Mic check.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, we are
is
here.
it making any sense?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, it is.
Now, so if you intend to even copy a code from anywhere, make sure that you've sketched out how you intend to implement the grid system. Okay. So now let me now pick. I have one last one to do, which is the button. So I can come here and just add my button. Remember, I've been doing this guy. Yeah, so I come back here now and I add the button. I'll do column MD 12 padding top 1. I'll close it. Then I'll bring in my button. And we'll style this button to reflect what we want. So now these are the parts where you can copy. Yeah, I can just go to Bootstrap now and just copy a button in Bootstrap. So that button is color blue. So I'm just copying. I'll just come here and copy and paste. Yeah, I'll save this guy. Let's see what happens. You can see, but the button I have here is not the way it is in my design. So let's not make it the way it is with the same color. So what did they write there? They wrote read more. So I'll just do read more. Remember, it has an icon. You sort the icon part now. Yeah. So because I'm using this, only gives, but I can leave it. Just restyle it. I'll copy this one. I'll come to my main. I'll come here and do this guy. Because I'm using Photoshop, yeah, I can get this particular column. So for everybody, I'll say probably find a way you can pick colors from design. Find a way you can pick colors from design. So I'll copy this. And I'll do background. I can just do background color, yeah. I don't need this important for this again. So I'll come here, see what I'm doing here. Every time I make a correction, I refresh my page. This way, it's faster for you to resolve bug. It's faster for you to resolve bug than when you've written a whole lot of lines, then you are trying to resolve the bug. Now I'll compare this again with my design. My font is smaller, so I'll make it smaller. Then I'll come here and remember is this read more. Let's now style it. I can now do font size. Let me start with, I don't know how this is going to look within there, but let's start with this. Let's start with this. Okay, I think this is not bad. Now, if you observe, it has, look at my design. My design has a lot of padding from here, another padding from here. So let me give you those padding. So I'll do, come here, I'll do padding. Remember, top, I'll make it 0. So first, I'll make top 0. Let me do 10 pixel. Then I'll make top 0. Right is 10 pixel. Bottom is 0. Then left is 10 pixel. Let me see how this works. I'll come here and do this again. No, this has screwed up my page. So that means I need to increase it. I'll make this guy 10 pixel. 10 pixel. I'll increase this to 20. I'll increase this to 20. I'll refresh my page. Okay, I think 10 is too much for that top and bottom. If I look at my design, then this needs to go to, like, say, let me do 14. Let me do 14. I'll refresh. Yeah, I'm getting close. Yeah. So, but my design doesn't have curved edges. My design is a flat. is a flat design, so I need to make it flat. Yeah. So I'll come here. Remember that it's border. Border, I'll say none. I don't want it to have any border, so I'll refresh again. Oh, okay, now it doesn't have border. So I'll do border radius. Border radius, I'll give border radius 0. Let me see what happened. You observe that, yeah, good, this is what I want. Observe that for every line of code I write, I refresh my page. So it keeps my sanity safe. Yeah, so I have these now. But I need to add image, I need to add an icon to it. I'll leave us to go and sort out the icon part of things. Yeah, you can either bring Bootstrap, font awesome. You can bring font.
It's 8 o'clock.
You can bring font awesome, or you use the icon. So I'll leave that part. Now, so this is this for this. Look, see what happened when I refresh, when I do responsiveness. I'll go back and test my response. You can see nothing missing, nothing broken. Yeah, everything just fall in place for what I want. Okay, so let's now do the grid, the image part of things. But is this making it easy for anybody? My check.
Of course.
My
I
check.
can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, good. So let's implement the image first. Why I'm taking this is because of people that have issues with responsiveness. Yeah, I don't want you to start writing media query if you don't need it. Yeah, just use the default Bootstrap by understanding exactly what you want to achieve. So let's go back to the image part. See, so this is my image part here. For this image part, first is I'm going to partition it into two, which is this first part. Yeah, then I'll partition into this other part. So let me now pick it like that. So this is my image part. Remember, the first thing I'll do is I'll do div class role. Yeah, but I want to partition into two for div class. I'll do team, my guy. I'm just using MD for now. Yeah, we go depth to responsiveness. I'll do top part. I'll come here. I'll do another div class. I'll do column MD. I'll do 12. I'll do bottom part. See, I'll refresh my page every time. You can see I have top part. So, and my top part is partitioned into two. So I'll do another div class semi. Anytime I'm trying to partition to get my responsiveness right, I do this guy. Yeah, I do column. Because I want this into two places, I'll do, I'll do div class, remember. Now I'll do MD and I'll do 6. Yeah, so I'll do top one. I'll come here back. I'll do div. I'll do class and I'll do column MD and I'll I'll do 6. And I'll do top 2. So I'll refresh my page to see if I have that structure. You can see I have my top 1, and I have my top 2. So what's next for me to do is to look for these images. So I'll just copy, or I'll just use random images. Just forgive me for that. I'll use random images. Now, I want to go and just copy. I want to see if I have images in the project. So which image is this? Okay. So I'm going to use this card image for all. Then I'll now change it later. So see what I'll now do is I'll now come here. I'll do it's 2 ways. You can choose to make the image the background of each column, depending on your strategy and how you intend to implement it. Or I just use normal image. So I'll just use this normal image tag. I'll do resource, then I'll go inside my images. I'll do card. Just ignore. I'll put it everywhere. Then I want to refresh my top part. You can see my image is extremely large. Now Bootstrap has, I'll go to Bootstrap. Bootstrap has this image responsiveness. Image, you can see how it's working, image fluid. So I'm going to experiment with this guy. So this is the path where you can just come and copy styles from Bootstrap. I'll copy this guy now. Let me see. I want to make it image fluid. So it class of image fluid. What have I done? So class of image fluid. I'll go back here. I'll come here and I'll refresh. Did you see what happened? Now, this is what image fluid does here. Image fluid create a responsive class around your image. Yeah, so now I've done, so I'll just copy the same image. See what happened? I'll just copy this same one. I'll just put it here. You see what happened now? You can see it just fits in to the length and the breadth of that part. So now, but this is too long. If you check what I have in my design, yeah, it's just this, and I have a padding in between or a margin, so I can just give this guy. Now I'll do margin top 2 so that the image is not doing it to this one. I'll just refresh. Yeah, but I want to make sure from my design that say this part, yeah, and this part are supposed to have the same sizes. That is what makes your design great. Just ability to manage your spacing extremely well. So I can come here and do, let's experiment this. I'll do margin left, I'll say 0. Then here I'll do padding right, I'll say 0. So I'll go back and refresh my page. Now you can see I have 0, 0. So because this is margin top and it's 2, so I can come here and do margin right, I'll do 1, and I'll do margin left, and I'll do 1. So I'll refresh the two. You can see, so I've successfully screwed myself up. So I can't do margin, I'll just do padding. Let me see what I have. Yeah, cool. You can see now I have everything. But the only challenge I have now is that this image is relatively too big. The the height is too much just because I copied it. Ideally, I'm supposed to come and use this image from the design, which is going to have the resolution that I'm looking for. So what I can now do to solve this problem of mine is to give this particular column a finite width. So I can either do it on the column or I do it on the image. Okay. So let me just do, let me test something. For this now, I can do, I won't be able to use, oh, cool. We've not even checked our responsiveness. Let's check our responsiveness on the image bit. I'll right click. I'll do this guy. See? You can see what happened to my image here. Remember, all my image just flows, but probably we don't want to keep it like this. Let's do something different for this. We don't want to keep it like this to float. We still want it to look like this, no matter the responsiveness. Yeah. So this is where you now start going deeper into your breakpoints. So for this guy, I want to keep it this way. So I can just come here and do column. Let me do small 6. I'll copy this. I'll put it here. Yeah. Let me go back and refresh my page. I'll do this guy. I'll come up. I'm going to see at which part that guy is going to kick in. So it's kicking in at tablet. Yeah. So it's not kicking in here. So from my large, you can see this is my mobile, and my mobile is large. So let me go back and do column at I'll do 6. Where's the guy? Okay, copy it there. Then I'll refresh this page. So I want to see where it's going to kick in. So it's still been kicking there. So let me go back to my bootstrap. What do I want to do? See, I can just do this guy, column. I'll do grade system. Oh. It can go down. See, see, so they are explaining column breaks here. The ordering. I'm trying to look for a place where, yeah, it was explained on the breakpoints. So my guy should be large. Large. It's only kicking in here. Let's check. What I'm trying to prevent is I don't want to write. What is this? Okay. Sorry. I think my system's kind of winding. Oh no. Sorry, let me just give this guy more. Let me shut down. Sorry, I want to shut down this Photoshop. We don't even need it again. We don't need this. Okay. Cancel. So large. Let me refresh my page. So I want to make sure this just takes care of my responsiveness, no matter what. So this is the part. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to remove this. It's overriding everybody. I'll remove it. Then I'll refresh my page. Okay, so let me go back to this should work out of the blues. So I'm removing all this and I'm removing all this. So let me see it's messed up. Okay, good. I don't want to write breakpoint. I want to make sure I don't write media query. So let me just quickly do, yeah, probably show us how to do a Google search to solve this. Let me quickly do a Google search to solve this now. So these are my responsive breakpoint that I don't want to write. Container large. So where am I? Okay, so let me come back here. I'll do column 6. Let me see if this should force. This should force it to 6. Yeah, you can see this is going to force it to 6. on every side, since that is what I want to achieve. So everything is 6. Everything is 6. Yeah, cool. So this is what I want to achieve. So I don't want. You can see how I break this guy now down. It's looking great. We can now choose to but still I want to reduce the height of this. So let's experiment reducing the height of this. Yeah. If we want to reduce the height of this now, is I need to first reduce the height of this particular column. So I can do image. I'll just create another class. I'll call it image container. Okay. So for this now, I'll just call. Let me call this is maximum height. I'll call this important. It's not working. And I know why it's not working. It's because we are already using column in there. So I want to just inspect elements. No. Copy authorized URL to clipboard. Sorry, I'm using two screen. Let me do this again. Okay. So you can see that my div here, the container was actually reduced, but my image, it didn't reflect on my image. Again, so I'm actually supposed to be styling my image, but because I'm using um image fluid, you can see that the height is auto. Yeah, meaning the max width is 100% and the height is auto. So it floats as it floats the height to the width of the image. If I try to come here now and do max height for my image, you can see it skewed that image. So that is why here, having my original design, original image resolution, dimension is very important for this. So I'll just leave this the way it is. So I'm done with this section of my design. Yeah. Oh, I've shut down my Photoshop. I've done with this section of my design, writing the part to be responsive. I don't know if we have any question. Do we have any question? Your mic check. Mic check. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, can hear you. I don't have any questions, Ruth.
So this is what I'm expecting. This is the level of at least, if not better than this. Yeah, you can actually copy codes, but understand how you intend to structure each column of the design. Once you can do that, we are going to be fine. Yeah. So I'm going to leave us with this today. Yeah. And expect us to, for everyone that have started using Bootstrap, yeah, use this as a foundation for every other column you've been writing and improve on it so that your responsiveness come out of the blues. Just ensure before we now even go to before we go to uh, deep dive media query and the rest. Yeah, you can see what I've written now. Start with your container. Make sure you use your rows properly. Make sure that everything is boxed inside a row. For every part where you need to do separate your div either horizontally or vertically, use color. Yeah. Then for those that wants to do advanced stuff, you can now choose to either use design flex depending on how you want your flow to be. Okay?
Please, I have a question.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah,
I
go
don't know
ahead.
how to check my responsiveness. Where your news on your screen?
Okay. Um, see, right click and do inspect. Once you right click and do inspect, see this um, toggle device
Okay.
toolbar. You can see this element. Yeah. So once I do this, it's going to toggle to responsiveness.
Okay.
Then I can come here. I can now come here. But you can just come here and pick a device that you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
And you can see you have this level of
Uh,
responsiveness. Any other question?
yeah. Sorry, I have one question again. I realized that. Can I go
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, go ahead.
I realized that when I was designing my page, especially for the rooms part, anytime, especially those images that were on top of my footer, like the footer part, there were some images. I realized that when I zoom out, the space between them, that it creates space between them.
When you zoom, that is going to be probably the way you structure the page. You get.
Okay.
Yeah, except you share the code, then I can know what is happening. Yeah. So I'm supposed to actually have a one-on-one with us.
Yeah.
I know yesterday was really, really terrible for me. I have a bug on my production server, so I have to fix it. Yeah, and I know I met with some people the day before. Yeah, so this week, let's start Monday, probably from Monday. Yeah, let me know when you are free. I can quickly map it into my plan. And we can do one-on-one where we probably trash out any other issues that you have. Any other question?
Okay. Yeah, I
Okay,
do
go
have a
ahead.
question. About about like now when you're let's say the footer. Let's look at the footer in particular. The part, the one that has the let me see. Yeah, the footer, the one that has a black background. Yeah. So initially, like if your user contain everything will be pushed, how would you do it with still maintaining responsiveness of the site? Yes.
Can you come again, please?
Okay. Are you saying that? Okay. Sorry. Maybe. Okay. If you switch to the like to your design and you look at the image that you that you look the PDF done that you sent. So if you look down at the footer, the one that has the black background, right?
Yeah.
It's the black background starts from the edges, like from the actual width of the device. So when I was trying to do it, when I use the container, it it just shrinks everything. So how do I? And then I decided to wrap everything around it, but
Oh yeah.
it's not responsive. Like it doesn't have a thing. Because if you use container, it creates the paddings at the sides and then it shrinks everything. But now if you make that black, then the edges. I don't know whether you get what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Can do. Let's now. This is. Let me say. Okay. This is 8:30. Okay. In 15 minutes. Yeah. Let's do this black part. Okay. So
Yeah,
now this black part is
yeah, the black
yeah.
part.
So
Yeah,
this black part. Look at what we have. We have one, two, three, 4 columns. Yeah. We have 4 columns. Then we have
yeah,
1 and 2 rows. So what I'll do now is I'll come back to this my container. So let me just come here now. I'll do div, I'll do class. Now this is going to be container, remember, because I want it to extend. It's going to be container fluid. Why is it bringing image container? So this is going to be container fluid. Yeah. With a BG, I'll do BG black.
yeah, yeah.
But there is no BG black in Bootstrap. So I'll come to my CSS and do BG black, and I'll do background color. Yeah. And I'll give it black. Yeah. So let's come here and refresh our page. Okay, so 1 minute, people. Give me 1 minute, please. I'm coming. Not type something later.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want to type anything inside. Let me refresh now. Okay, good. Now you can see because of this, my image is still screwing up my page. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is let's even fix this image bits. I'll remove responsiveness away from this image. I'll remove responsiveness away from it. It's going to mess up my page, which is fine. So I'll come to my style. Where's the guy? Image container. So I can do 2 things here. So this is I can come here and do this guy. Bar. Let me come and do, then I'll do image. Yeah. And I'll give this image maximum width also of 200. Let me see what happens now. Okay, cool. So because the maximum width is 200 here, it shrinks the image because you don't want to mess the image up. So I can just do, if I like, I can do width. Let me just mess up the image, yeah. But ideally, we are supposed to create a design or a dimension of that image. You can see now. So I'm good. So I've messed up the image, but I'm good. So I have my footer. But remember, yeah, that this is the dark part. which spread across my old
Yeah.
design. So because I want to make sure that everything still aligned, I need to come here now. I'll come here and create a div. I'll call it class and I'll call it container. Yeah. If I call it container, I do this. Let me make it, let me just do test white. I don't know if there is test white in Bootstrap now. Yeah, cool. You can see everything aligns, yeah? So I'll go back to my design. I have padding.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see I have padding up and I have padding bottom. So I'll implement the padding up. Sorry. I'll do padding up. Top padding, let me give it 4. I'll come here. Yeah, it's not enough. Let me give it 5. Then I'll do padding bottom. I'll do 4. If it's not enough, I'll create it myself. So let's work with this. Yeah. Now, going back to my design, I have 4 columns: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. But I have 2 rows: 1 and 2. So I'll create the 2 rows. I'll come here and do div class. I'll do row. I'll close it. I'll do this guy. I'll do bottom. And I'll do top. This is to just let me see what I'm doing, yeah? Bottom and top, yeah? Now my top now have 4 columns, yeah? So I'll do 2. Where's my design? It has 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. But the first column looks longer than the rest. So I'll make the first column. I'll do div. I'll do class. I'll do column. I want it to be responsive. So let me do this guy. MD. Let me make this guy 4. Yeah. I'll do column 1. I'll come here. I'll do div. I'll make the rest 2. I'll do column 2. Column 2. I'll come here and make this other guy. I'll do column MD2. Right. So this is now column 3. Remember, yeah, everything should sum to 12. I make this column 4. Did everything sum to 12? 4, 6, 8, this is 10. Yep. If I make this guy 6, it's going to be too much. Okay, if I make this guy 4, this could be 3, this is 3, and this is, so that's going to be 13. Yep. So I can make this guy 3. I make this guy.
You can increase the last column. It's a bit bigger.
The last one is a bit bigger, right? 2. So this is 2, 4, 8.
Yeah, and the 2 turns in the middle.
Yeah. So I'll come here and do this guy. You can see what I have now. Yeah. So if this is what I have, let's check the responsiveness. Let's see how it flows. I'll come here and do this guy. See, you can see that by default they just go under each other. Yeah. Then for my bottom, the bottom has just 2 columns. I'll do div class. I'll make this guy 8. I'll do column. Let me do bottom column 1. Then I'll do div class column and B for I'll do bottom column 2. Yeah. So say you can see it will never shrink. Yo, but it's touching each other here. So let me just give this guy with this guy I'll just do 2 so that they don't touch each other anymore. Yeah. You can see by default here everything just moving. So I can now start putting in my content. Go to my design. This is Zeta Hotel. Then you can come here and do probably make this age 5 and do Zeta Hotels and close it. What do we have? We have some fonts on the net. Let me just copy some Epson and come here. I'll make this guy a paragraph and I'll put this guy here. I'll come and refresh my page. You see what I have now? Yeah. Compared to my, this is shorter, but that is longer. So
Yeah.
I'll come here. If I want to achieve completely what I have there, let me make this guy 6. And this can be 2. I'm gonna do this. Then I can now come here, observing that what I have there is, I'll come here and do another class, and I'll call this guy row. You can see how I'm making use of my row. So I'll come here and do another div, I'll call it class, and I'll call it column. Yeah, MB. I can do 6. Like half of 6. Yeah. You see, that is half of 6. If I do my responsiveness now, everything just flows. So just use this to just put in the content for the rest. So you can put in the content. I can copy this guy example. I can now copyright and put it on the net. If I come to my bottom left now, I'll just do my copywriting. Let me just copy some part of this guy. And put it there. So if I remove this guy, everything just fall in place. But that copyright looks tiny. So I'll just wrap it around. I'll cut this guy. I'll wrap it around small. You can see. So let me go look at the design. You see, this has www or whatever. So I can come here and do small. And www dot. But because it's a link, so you can do your href. Let it stay here and do www dot com. Then you can refresh your page. You can see now you have your blue. So the other part too was a link. Do h. I'm doing ref. I'm doing this guy. I'm closing this guy up. I don't know what they put there. Let's just put this. I'll refresh. You see? So if I come here now and do inspect element, you can see my responsiveness just flows. Is responsiveness. So the responsiveness just flows that way. I don't know if that answers your question, can it? Did you answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So today I wanted us to start. Just have a look at JavaScript, but our time is fast gone. So what I'll do during the week is I'll try and catch up with as many of us as possible. Yeah, I want to start the catch up every week now because I realize that some of us need push. Yeah. So we'll catch up every week. Just let me know for those that we've not sent. Let me know when you are available during the week. Put it on the group. Let's create a time. If it's midnight during the day, midnight works better for me. Yeah, because during the day I might be very busy on stuff. But later in the day, from probably 6 p.m. Nigerian time till way into the night is fine. So let's say that we can hook up. Yeah. Any other question for today? So how many of us have started JavaScript?
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead, Robert.
Okay, so I just checked through my designs, the homepage, and I observed that I actually have not been using the responsiveness, so it was scattered. So the question is there a trick for me to like a shortcut to add the responsiveness other than using this row and columns or something like that?
No shortcut. In fact, this is the shortest cut. Because if you want to add responsiveness with what you've done now, means you have to write the media queries yourself.
Uh, so I
Yeah,
have to start all over.
yeah. I'm sorry to announce to you, love it. Yeah,
Okay.
starting all over. Yeah.
All right, I'll start all over then. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. The more you do it, the more you get to understand. Okay, Deborah.
I have a question.
Deborah, go ahead.
Okay, please can you go to the design, the restaurant page?
Can you say?
Yes. Scroll up, please. Up, 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 up. Yes, where we have this explore our menu
Where is that?
down. After I think after this one.
This
No, the next. Yes. Okay. Yes. When I tried the responsiveness for this, it worked. But for the part where we have the food, fresh and onions part, because I used flex I first of all use grid to make the 4 columns, and then I now use flexbox for the 3 parts, like inside each column. When I made it responsive, like I tried making it responsive, it worked, but the text in the food, fresh and onions part was going into the next column, like below. So I don't know.
Yeah, that might be it's something that you're right. Say, if I'm doing this now, yeah, I will even use Flexbox in any way.
Okay.
Yeah. See what I'll do. Yeah. Can you see my cursor?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll make first is I'll make one row, then I'll make
Hmm?
one column, another column. Then this part, I'll make it another column. Yeah. So
Okay.
in this middle column, yeah, I'll now make
Okay.
another row. I'll now make sure. Let's write this, man. Let's write it. Let's write it. So let me pick. Where's the guy? Okay, this is the guy. I have first. I'm going to write. I'm just going to write this part alone. Yep. If I do one, I have restaurant export. I have this guy, which are going to be separate rows. So I'll just pick this row. So this row I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to have another row that has two columns. So I'll pick the second row that has two columns. So if I come to my code here, let me close up this guy. So let me write this guy here. So let me do div dash this is container. Remember to always close up. So me, I like doing this thing. Yeah. Anytime I start it, I'll just do it to just ensure that I'm not breaking anything. Okay. So I'll come back to my design. I have two rows. So I'll keep this guy. What I normally say is make sure you master one before you go to the next. I intentionally not even talking about Flexbox intentionally, yeah, because I want us to master. I believe this role is easier to master than Flexbox. So I'll do this here. You can see I have it now. So I'll come here, but remember in each row I have. Let me go to the design. In each row I have two columns. So I'll come here and do that. Now I'll do MD because I want them to come to the next guy. 6. I'll close it. So I'll copy this guy. I'll do this guy. I'll copy this too also. So I'll just call this guy top 1. I'll do this guy top 2. I'll do this guy bottom 1. I'll copy bottom 1. I'll bring it out, close it. So I just like doing this, yeah. Not that is best practice or is anything. It just give me clarity to see what I'm doing. So I'll come here now. For top 1, let me now start top 1. Yep. Where's my design? Okay, this is my top 1. This part now is my top 1. So I want to start my top 1. Yeah. I already start the top 1. I'll leave you to fix the rest. So in my top 1, see what I'll do here. I'm going to create another div and I'll call this guy raw. Yeah. But my top 1, I want it to have where's my design? I want it to have 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. And you can use card to do this also. Well, I'll leave that for now. Let's just use raw. So this is now going to have 3 columns. Yeah. So I'll partition them this way. I'll say this guy is say if I want them to stay, no matter the responsiveness, so they don't go anywhere, I'll make this guy 2. I'll close it. I'll do let me just make this guy 1. I just want to see it. So if I come here now, I'll do this guy class, yeah. I'll give this guy column 8. Yeah. I'll come here and do 2. Then I'll use this to explain what I'm trying to tell you. I'll come here and do 2 again. Then I'll call this guy 3. So let me make this guy 4. This guy 6. Yeah. I can reduce this guy to what I want. So if I come here now, see, you can see I have 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. See my responsiveness. You can see that my responsiveness still have 1, 2, and 3. Meaning that if I come to this design, it will always be like this: 1, 2, and 3. You get what I'm trying to say? So if I come here now, say I want to put in my image. Let me do image. Sorry, I'm going to be using that image. Yeah, but it's not going to give me the best stuff that I want, but I'll keep using it. Now, in my image, I have another class called, I think it's image thumb. Let me see what happened. Image thumbnail. I don't know if that's spelling is correct. Thumbnail. Yeah. So I refresh this guy. See what happened. You can see my image is still there. No matter my responsiveness now, I'm keeping it that way until this top 2 we go to the next side. You can see that my top 2 is here now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So I can use this to just keep. So every other thing can come in column 2. See, let me do so I can make this guy P. I'll do fresh. Yeah, but this P has a test. Let me just do test primary. I don't know what primary color is here, but I just want to do test primary. You can see, so see my responsiveness now. You can see it's still there. Yeah?
Yeah.
It will always be there. Because what I've done is, for your flex, instead of using your flex box, anytime you use this column, you can see I didn't add any media query attributes to it. Yeah, it's going to say no matter the screen size, keep it to this dimension. So that is how I think you can easily implement this bit of the design. So if I come and copy the other one now, fresh fish and onions. Fresh fish and onions. I'll come here and I'll remove I can do test muted so that it's going to give me kind of offline. What was that? Fresh fish and onions. So I can do fresh fish and onions. Ignore my onion spelling, please. I'll come and refresh. See how my fresh. So for this now, instead of using paragraph, I can even start my paragraph. I can decide to use small. Then I can style it to whatever I want. You get? So no matter my responsiveness, it's just going to stay there. You get? So, Deborah,
Sorry, Mr. Sam. Can we just hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah, can we just finish one? I want to see how that arrow is going to sit at the bottom of
Okay.
that row. I'm
Okay.
having issues.
Yeah, let's do the arrow. So let me just do the arrow part. Yeah. So that part looks like um now you can do two things, yeah. You can do a button and style the button relatively. Let me see what we have here. So this is arrow. Or I do a div. Let me do a div instead. So let's assume this is my arrow. So I'll do
It's 9 o'clock.
I'll call this guy arrow. Yeah. So let me just go in here. Let me go in there and start it. So let me do width. I don't know. Let me give it 40 pixels and see. So I'll give it height 40 pixel. I'll give it background. Let me give it this color. I'll give it color. Let me give it white. Let me see how this looks first. Now, ignore the arrow. We can use an image and customize that. So I think it's too big. So I'll make this guy 13. I'll make this guy 13. Okay, cool. Now, our challenge now is we want to make sure that this arrow sits at the bottom, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
So say come here. That horizontal or vertical? That is vertical alignment, yeah? So I'm going to try align bottom, yeah? And then you have where's the guy? It's, I don't want to use, I want to shy away from using Deborah's flexbox first. So flexbox cannot be my final answer. Okay, cool. This won't work. This is working for span. So let me go back and do. See what I'm searching here. This is a div and it's doing fixed bottom, so I'm coming. Yeah, this is fixing it to the bottom of the page. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's now go and use Deborah's flexbox. So this is where Deborah, yeah, this is where flexbox This is where Flexbox shines. Yeah. So you need to know exactly the problem you are solving and look for the best approach to solve it. So if I go to layout, so the first thing I need to do is copy this guy to tell me that I'm using a flex box in here. Now, this is one way. The other way is to just create another div. Let me see if this doesn't work. We now try that. So in my flex box, I have the direction. I'll keep it to the default direction, which is always column. Yeah. This is what this guy is doing here. So if I want to insist to enforce the direction, I'll do this guy column. Then I can now do align item. You can see this is justify. This is align item. You can see this, I have align item end. Come here. I think this should work. Let's see what happened now. Here's my guy. Did we remove our styling? Oh, sorry. I don't know. It's still there. So let me do this guy. I'll just come here and do div. I'll bring this guy inside. And I'll ensure that I'll just check to see that it says the same thing. Like nothing missing. Okay. So let me now pick this guy. Okay. So spec element. Let's see what is happening. Okay, this guy has. So I'm removing this guy from here. So I want to do align element top. So I'm not using the right classes. Let me go back. Align items bottom. So let me look for so I'll just style this around. Let me see if this work for it or no. I'm just coming in here to write Okay, go to write my style and see what happens. Okay, this still didn't work. I have another solution in mind. Let me pick this guy. This guy have one height. Awesome. So my experiments work. So you need to, yeah. So I copied this guy, bring it, yeah, bring it here. So to do this here, right, right. So I'll just leave this div here. Just move around my stuff. So if I refresh my page now, I think I should be fine. Cool. So now it comes to the bottom of the page here. Let's experiment something. Let's see if our responsiveness is fine. You can see that it's still towards the bottom of my page in responsiveness. We do this. So this is ability for you to know. Say you can see how much experiment I did. Yeah, this stuff are self-explanatory. Align self end. Oh, it didn't work. End is always if it is vertical is the bottom. If it is horizontal is the right. Far right. So I think you just keep playing around with this thing. You keep playing around with it till you get exactly what works. Then you master it that way. I don't know if this answer your question, love.
Yes, yes, actually answered the question. Thank you so much. I think I like this approach of the row column thing.
Yeah, please, yeah. Please, yeah. Can everybody just stick to row column? Yeah, for this week and redesign whatever you've done and see how smooth your responsiveness will be. You understand? Then my flexbox guru, Grace. Is it Grace or Deborah that use flexbox a lot?
Deborah.
Deborah, yeah. So Deborah, write everything here in column. Yeah. Like Mars Flexbox is sweet, but it's not you can't use Flexbox in every situation. I want you to research the difference between Flexbox and and um and grid, where you should use the two of them. You understand? So you won't get
Yeah.
this for me. Row and column makes your responsiveness come out of the box. So when you get to a point where you need core responsiveness, we can now start going into writing media query. But for now, we don't even need to write media. I hardly write media query these days.
Mm.
Hardly. Except I have no choice again. I just man at this point I must have experimented everything possible with Bootstrap. If it is now not possible, I'll now just write it with media query myself. Did you get?
Oh, okay. Sorry, a quick question. Sorry
Okay.
to drag you back.
No, no
When
problem.
you were when you're trying to insert the image for that other part, you said class equals to image thumbnail. Is that thumbnail like is it a reserved word or
Yeah,
you just
yeah. Bootstrap has that class too.
okay.
Yeah, Boost. Let me just type it full. Yeah, you can see it's image thumbnail.
Oh,
Yeah, this is it. See, No matter it's create a responsive image for you. You can see this is the one I was using before. Image flip. Make it responsive. You can even align them the way you want. So float right, float left, round. Then you can customize them.
Thank you.
So I think we speak a bit to responsiveness today using just row and column. So let's make use of this week. Yeah, I'm catching up with everyone within this week so that we can. I really need us to start JavaScript this month so that by next month we can bring everything together. Then look at Angular straight. Or sorry, close up on TypeScript by next month. Yeah, towards end of next month, we look at Angular. Then we can now start working towards front end engineering bit of things, the terms, the technology, and all of those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll chase everybody up during the week. Any other questions, people?
Mic check.
Yeah. Yeah. Check.
Yeah. Good morning. Sorry, I joined late.
No, no problem, Akram.
Yeah. We shall also have to talk about Git, so that these people keep on hosting their work.
Yeah, Austin. Yeah. We talked about that during the week. I want us to finish this design, then we talk about Git for everybody that are using that don't know how to use Git, or we put it on the group. For those that knows how to use Git, can you please teach put people that doesn't know how to create a Git account and all of those things? Let's do that within ourselves. So everybody
Uh,
can use Git and create repo. Yeah. Then we
so
can
okay, it's okay.
Yeah, so we're not talking about hosting. Yeah, we create. I have some domain hosting servers. Yeah, but it's on a shared hosting server. Yeah, I can create a subdomain for everybody. For those that just wanted to create their own subdomain, their own domain. Yeah, we can now look at putting everybody through on how to create a domain, register a domain on a shared server, push your HTML code to that shared server, then you can have it. Yeah?
Okay. Then the other thing is, I'll offer myself like maybe 2 hours this week, and I teach everyone, and I teach maybe I teach everyone Git, so that those who don't know can really get to upload their work on GitHub.
Yeah, okay, awesome. So what we should do, Akon, is
Yes.
let's make the conversation on the group, get when everybody will be available during the week. Then we can just do this.
Okay. So,
Cool. All right. Any other thing, people?
No.
Okay. Kite, are you still here? Kite, are you here?
Not really.
No, she's not. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.